So I don't know if you can hear me. Hey, Rod, you still there?
I can hear you.
Oh yeah. So like the shit that you give you taking the spook and the fear out of all the shit, like shit that niggas are scared of, and they say, oh, don't go mess with that. Oh, you gonna get this or boogeyman. It's always trying to scare us when it's shit that's our shit, stuff that we need to get to make the connections. They scare us away from it, so we just go around it. But you making it you going head first right into the shit. Nigga, we ain't scared of this shit. Nigga, get this. It's like you walk into a haunted house, and when you walk in, it's like a spider web at the door. You just knock the spider web down. Nigga, I ain't scared of this shit. Nigga, get this shit out of it. We walk up in here and see what the hell's going on. Like a crazy motherfucker. Like, they scared of us, man. They scared of niggas like that. You know, niggas that ain't scared. They can't scare you. They can't spook you. They can't get you off your square. They don't like niggas like that, bro. They don't like because you uncontrollable. You unpredictable. And technically, we are predictable because we're gonna do just what the opposite. We're gonna put out front what we saying against the niggas that's out to stop us. It's just like this is what it is. We're about to get ready to get out of here.
Can we get some Ye is right hashtags up in the comments, y'all?
Yeah, Ye is right hashtags. I've been seeing that a lot.
Kanye right. Kanye is right hashtag and Ye is right hashtags. Load them motherfuckers up.
Oh yeah, before I get out of here, let me ask you this last question. Somebody asked this. Like, do you the Kyrie Irving, because they bringing his name up too with the Kanye West thing? Is it a connection between? Is he working with Kanye or people? Somebody asked that.
Didn't you hear Kyrie Irving say, "I got an army with me"?
Yeah, he did say that.
Okay. Didn't you hear Kanye West say, "I'm well protected"?
Yeah, he said that.
Okay. Now it's another one too. Just came out, but I can't remember which one it is. But it's like 3 of them now.
3 people that they blackball.
They can't blackball them.
They whiteball them. Yellow ball them.
Look, they trying to blackball them, but that's just pushing them to the positions of power.
Yeah, they making them blow up, really. That's what I'm saying. These people crazy. The way Illuminati do shit, I mean, these suckers, man, the way they do shit, it's like they really backfire. Everything they do now is backfiring on them.
Right, because when I expose the game plan, now all of the players know how to play the game in order to overthrow the system. So everybody doing their part. It's just that when we see somebody doing their part, we got to back up their play so they know we all in this shit together.
Yeah, I'm with
teamwork make the dream work. For real.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't gonna just keep bullying us and we don't respond. Exactly. But we ain't got to lift a finger. All we got to do is fuck up the algorithms. We fucking with their money.
It's already happening now.
Mm-hmm.
Like Pimp C say, everybody ain't no punk, man. You can't keep punking us out, man. We ain't no punks. We finna pop the trunk, boy. It's time to pop the trunk on these niggas, man. I maybe pop the trunk. Like down south, niggas keep their shit in the trunk. Like in certain counties where you can't ride with your gun in the car, they keep it in the trunk. So nigga down at but Texas they can it's open carry and shit like that. But he's saying, you know, don't make me, because I got some shit in the trunk, boy. Don't make me go pop that trunk now.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, man, I'm telling you. Hey, we about to get up.
Hey, so let me explain the algorithm for a minute, Elder. Then we gonna cut. So the algorithms, we want to hit them. They don't care if we kill one of them. They care about the dollar. So when we show the support for Ye, that's making their dollars decrease. We hitting them in the pockets where it hurt. We kicking them in the ego.
Mm-hmm.
So now when they see that we don't back down from them and we let them know that they seen, motherfucker, Farrakhan already told them, tell your master to come out from hiding, motherfuckers. He done told him he gonna have to show himself now. The one that's pushing all of the buttons is pulling the string. Bring his motherfucking ass on up to the front. Bring him to the front of the class.
Right.
Right. So we know
who they have all this power.
We know who they is. We want y'all to see who they is.
Hey, we out there. That's it. Hey, you can drop the mic off there. You can drop the mic and walk off stage after that one, right? Hey, showtime at the Apollo, baby. Hey,
Ye is right. That's right. That's how we leave that motherfucker. Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
Make that the screensaver, Elder.
Huh?
Make that the screensaver.
Ye is right.
Yeah.
I got you.
These
I got
pictures you
you.
just put up.
I got you. I got you. I got you. I got a five one. I got a five one I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna got you. I got you. Hey, so we about to get up out of here, man. This shit was lit. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Yo, show some love on the Cash App, man. We had 1,200 people in this joint. That's crazy. For one night, man. We're gonna have it, so it's gonna keep going up and up. So man, we appreciate the brother Rod for coming through. He gonna be back again, man, because it's really like me and Rod channel, really. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just the young little boy, it's really because Rod be dropping them. So hey man, subscribe, hit that like, hit that bell, brother. If you don't receive a notification from us every day, come back and check with us. We put something out every day. We about to get up out of here, man. Islam, peace, love, Hotep, divine love, assured throughout the balanced universe to all.
About Minister Farrakhan, Nation of Islam, and a few other um, um, YouTube pages also touched on some stuff that I wanted to touch on a little bit, because we have to start to understand that what we have been told or led to believe by mainstream media has been only there to confuse us, mislead us, and turn us on one another. So if we're going to ever get to a point of liberation, of freedom from all of this oppression, one thing we're going to have to do is get past jumping to assault each other openly and in public without cause, and no one's doing that to us. So what happens in the community is people begin to speak on things because it look a certain way. But if you understood the divide and conquer mechanism and how it works, you would know that the whole system is set up to turn us against each other. And when you start to mix the rules of the street with investigative reporting, you can ask the wrong questions that can get somebody severely hurt. And that's what made me bring up James Prince, because there was a situation similar to what young Pharaoh's doing with the nation in Farrakhan. He's not really understanding what he's doing, so I'm going to touch on some of it. But until I talk to certain people, I can't openly disclose a lot of information that I will be able to once I made those ends connect. So where we finna go with this is we're going to start with what happened with the Jay Prince scenario. All right. A few months back, James Prince released a tweet when one of his people was robbed in New York. And he told the people in Brooklyn, or he asked them rather, if any of them knew who this was, if this was their people, and to sit down with him or, check on it so that they can get an understanding. And I heard several different YouTube channels ask if James Prince was snitching by putting that tweet out. So everybody in the streets, I'm not talking about music industry types, I'm not talking about businessmen, I'm talking about anyone who is in the streets that deal with day-to-day street life. They will understand that what Jay Prince done was necessary. He had to address it publicly because the gentleman that did the robbery put it on social media publicly. If he doesn't say anything publicly about it and give the people who are the OGs in that area the opportunity to clean it up, then James Prince would not be following the rules. So what was James Prince doing? In the tweet, he basically told New York, specifically Brooklyn, where the guys that was from, that committed the act, and posted it on social media. Now, nobody had never heard of James Prince going out public and openly addressing the issues that he was dealing with in the streets. He never talked street business publicly. So why would he come out after never revealing himself publicly and all of a sudden release a tweet addressing openly street matters publicly? The reason for that is this. James Prince know the rules of the street. All right? So he know that as soon as they made that public, he obligated now to address it publicly. And y'all got to pay attention, because this is how the reporters can get somebody hurt. Now, the reporter's presumption was that he might be snitching by putting out that tweet, which is nothing further from the truth. You can't snitch on somebody that told on themselves, first of all. Second of all, the video that the guys put up of them taking the Rap-A-Lot chain from this guy, cutting this guy's face up, was a direct humiliation on an OG in any hood. So you can't do that to an OG nowhere. Now, everybody in the streets know that James Prince is known for following what they call the code of respect. So, following the code of respect, he have to address this matter, and he have to do it publicly, because these boys put this stuff into the social media in a public forum. So, James Prince addressed it publicly. So, before I go any further, I'm going to say hi to the family up in here, checking me out, trying to get this stuff situated where we can stop going at each other's head, and we can clean up this mess that they laid down in Babylon on this divide and conquer. So I'm going to say, for all of y'all that's here now, greetings. I'm glad y'all here. I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of different greetings from everybody, because they already know I speak. I'm from the hood, from the block. I say, what's up? What's up? That's everybody. That's the Muslim, Assalamu alaikum, and the Rahubats. That's all that in the what's up. So if y'all get offended because I didn't use your term of address, then I can't control that. But I can say, what's up, how y'all doing, and much love. So when we get back to this situation, now what did the media types do? They begin to put pressure on OGs in the street to come out and make statements. Nobody was ever supposed to issue a tweet, a verbal response, or an interview dealing with the tweet from James Prince. Because he had to put it out there publicly, they was just supposed to go handle their business, check their family, make sure that they was clean, and leave it alone. Now, if somebody found out it was in their family, they were supposed to address it publicly. That matter that was done in Brooklyn, where the boy got robbed for the Rap-A-Lot chain, came out of my clique, and we ain't know nothing about it. But it's straight now. We took care of that. That's how they were supposed to handle it. Whereas that's why he said we have to get an understanding. He ain't threatened nobody. He didn't say nobody did anything other than whatever is going on up there, those I respect, and he hashtagged them all. But none of them was supposed to openly and publicly respond if they following the code of the street. They was just supposed to go check their camps. Individuals check their camps. Now, their response was, if anything, at most, a phone call to James Prince, hey, this is my son, the general, my camp clean, baby, I'll holler at you later. That's the end of the conversation. It wasn't supposed to be a whole drug out thing. And these reporters, by forcing people like Fat Joe to make a verbal response by continuously asking them about it, is putting his life in danger. It's not putting his life in danger from Jay Prince. It's putting his life in danger from OGs from his area, because they already know the rules, and they're going by the rules. And this is how we end up in this situation, which is going to take me to the young Pharaoh situation next. Because if we follow the rules, we won't have these issues. And people always got something to say about somebody else's business without really understanding what it is that they're addressing. So the street rules become imperative to understand in social media and investigative reporting. because you're not supposed to ask people from the street about street things so you can put it out in the public domain and get somebody hurt. So y'all got to understand this. You can seriously have a person's life snatched from them by putting the wrong stuff on social media and putting the wrong stuff in an investigative report in a documentary. Now, I did a video a couple months ago, about a month and a half ago, about Tupac. I had to take the video down because it put somebody's life in danger. And later on, once I was able to know that that person was secured, I was given permission to put it back up. So I posted it back up with an explanation. Then, so what did young Pharaoh do to prompt me to give this address? Now, I hope somebody tagged him on the video that I was going to be coming on here, because I want him to see this. I am very, very proud of young Pharaoh to begin with, for his courage and for his determination to deliver what he perceived as the truth against all odds, because he don't even understand the odds he's facing when he's addressing certain issue, or he have the courage to withstand the backlash of those.
You're really, fresh and new audience for you. Tell us a little bit about, your genesis, if you can share with the tribe. Who, and this is for, because I'm sure there's some tribe out there of our, people that have not, who may not be from, know who you are or be familiar with your work. If you can share with us, tell us a little bit about, in a nutshell, who you are, how did you get here? And when I say get here, I'm talking about this life, this plane, and essentially, what is your mission? So if you can share that with us, brother, that'd be awesome.
Well, I'm from, I was born in Chicago, and I grew up between Chicago, Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Pontiac, Michigan. In the process of this, I went, we traveled a lot when I was little growing up all across the land. So I always knew that ancestrally I wasn't African, right? But I couldn't understand why they kept talking about Africans came over on these slave ships. So while I'm looking at everything I see across the land, I'm examining what the issues is with the people of the land, and we was walking around like zombies, right? So I couldn't understand. We would the only time we came alive was on Friday and Saturday night, right? So I knew something had to be wrong where everybody miserable all that time, right? So I grow up looking at the civil rights struggle, studying Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, Emmett Till, looking at all of this stuff, right? And I go all the way back to the Liberia movement, back to Africa, the Prince Hall schools. I'm looking at all of this that's going on, and I'm seeing the consistent pattern. As I get older, you know what I'm saying, I don't know how to put it together until I start doing the studying. I end up catching a case when I was a teenager, and I ended up doing a little over 16 years in prison. And I turned my prison time into monastery and university time. So when I came home, I'm seeing the political dynamics play out and how they using brown faces to influence people to support what's not in their best interest. So specifically speaking about, I'm watching the Obama situation unfold, and I know that when he get in office, he ain't gonna do shit for us, right? But you can't say too much until after the fact, because when you start saying something beforehand, it looked like you're trying to tear your own people down. But we got to realize everybody look like us ain't us. We didn't realize that was the biggest part of the problem, is that the white man ain't even white. He a Moor, a free white person in law, a political status given by royal nobilities of Europe. So that don't got nothing to do with us. They laws have nothing to do with us. They corpus juris secundums. They ipso juris sui. None of that shit don't got nothing to do with us. That's all barristers' bookkeeping document. That's why everybody that's a practicing attorney has to be a barrister, a member of the bar, right? So my observation, when the chief discovered a matter on the land that affects the other people across the land, he's obligated by the laws of nature to put it out in the public domain and to offer a solution. When the people don't know what to do, it's the responsibility of the chief to step up, take charge, and effectuate the change. So that's what I'm doing. My task right now is to inform the grassroots that the change is imminent. And I got to inform and campaign to the grassroots until we see that change manifest. So this is the mission that I'm on, an educational mission to give out free knowledge of the circumstances and conditions and the remedies to the problem.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That's really, really awesome. And you know, like I said, for taking the time to really look at the problem, you know, that's been the challenge for many of us, because, you know, everybody just, you know, when people they get caught up in their lives, they don't, you know, realize, you know, what's going on around us. And the whole thing about these people that you, like you said, that look like us but ain't us. One of the things that they have had are people in this state of with all the, you know, with the media that they control. You know, they've been pushing all of the, you know, this, you know, the disinformation out there, between that, you know, to keep us, you know, the whole idea was to keep the people in this vortex of confusion. And then on top of that, you know, with the whole, you know, plantations, you know, they call, you know, workforce, you know, is the whole idea is to have people like some little mouse, you know, on, you know, one of those little conveyor wheels, I guess, you know, where, you know, running on that you know, that little conveyor wheel where you can't get off, you know. Yeah. So, I mean, that's been really the program, you know, where our people are finding, you know, their greatest challenge of getting off of that wheel, got them running around.
They turned Big Mama house into the big house.
Yep.
They turned her farm into a plantation. Big Mama's job was to feed her children. So when we spread out across the land, we came to help her plant in the fall of the year, the spring of the year, and harvest in the fall. When the invaders came, they came as conquistadors. They first landed with Columbus. Columbus' navigator was Pietro del Negro, or Peter the Black, or Peter the Nigger. And,
right.
He was a blackamoor and the navigator is more important than the captain is to the ship. Because without the navigator, the captain don't know where to go. The navigator is the one actually giving ship orders to the captain in order to get to the destination he's trying to reach. And remember, they came before Columbus. They look like us, but they ain't us.
So, if I can interject right there, that was a great segue, Brother Rod, to exactly what I want to show you and the tribe here. I recall you had mentioned this on one of the other platforms that you were doing a lecture on. I believe it may have been maybe on with the elder, and a few months ago, and it was really really interesting, because I got to share this. When you were talking about it, and you had mentioned the whole, you know, that they sent over Columbus as the investigator, you know. Yeah, Christopher. Well, you know, they referred to him as Christopher Columbus, but you know, then they say his name is Cristobal Colon, whatever. But here's the thing that's really funny, and I got to show this to you. Because right there, when I was watching that particular video, when you were talking about all this, I got to show you this. I was watching. Oh, and so when you mentioned, yes, they sent over Columbus as he was the investigator. I kind of laughed because right around, I think like a couple weeks prior, I was watching some back episodes. Oh, and then and then you mentioned Columbo, and you said, and that's why they have that TV series Columbo, because
Yep.
Columbo is the investigator. And I kind of laughed when you said that, because I was like, oh man, that is the real, because I was watching a few weeks prior to that video, I was watching back episodes rather of Columbus or Columbo rather, and it was so funny because there was this one episode, and I got to show you this. Family, you cannot make this up. Give me 1 second. I got to show you this. Let me bring this up. And yeah, so that is the channel, just so you know. Just give me 1 second. I'm just trying to find it. And I know I saved it. Give me 1 second. Trying to remember what I saved it as. I know I have it. Maybe save as projects. No, it should be here. Live notes. No. I think I called it Chief Rod. Now why it's not coming up now? Hold on. So it's really funny too. Okay, wait a minute. I know how to find it. Give me a second here. And I actually pulled it up last week. Recent projects. Here we go. Got it. I forgot what I called it. Here it comes. Okay. All right, I'm gonna hold on. Okay, so let me share my screen, and I'm gonna show you this. Let me know when you see it. Share screen. Can you see my screen yet? Can you see that?
It didn't come up yet.
Okay. Give me a sec. I just hit it. Give me 1 second. Let me try it again. Give me a minute. Present. Video. I might have to do. I shouldn't have to do slides. Hold on. All right, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. Select window screen. Oh, come on, give me 1 second. Hold on. This is kind of like, can you see it yet? Hold on.
No, it's not up.
Window, mute, website, spaceship title. Okay, hold on. This might be. All right, let's go on. Hello. Can you see it now?
It's coming up now. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm just, messing with this new technology. So this is the episode from Columbus. This is season 3. If anyone wants to go back and play this, if you have, I don't know if you've got Roku or Amazon, whatever, but I believe this is season 3, and I want to say episode 5, and the episode is called Identity Crisis. And in this scene, and you can't really, as much as family, I'd like to share with you, Tribe, the actual, soundbite and play it. You really can't play the clip because you know how it is on YouTube. So what I can do is, that's why I just gave you this is the actual closed caption of the dialogue, in the scene. So Columbo, he walks into this guy's house, over here, and when he walks into his house, he notices, this is his suspect naturally. So he notices on the left side of his home, there's a painting, and he's like, and I got to I'm going to do the Columbo voice. He says, is that an original painting, Soy? And the guy goes, yes. As you see here, he says, yes, that was done in Austria in 1761. All right. So then that's the first part. Then he goes, give me a second. I got to go get the other one, the other clip. Then to him, can you see this? This next one?
It's not there yet. It's still black. Screen's still black.
All right, hold on. I gotta show it to you. It's black. All right, no worries. Hold on. I gotta stop and show you the next one. I think you have to just share it bit by bit. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me do it again. Okay, here we go. All right, I just allow. Okay, here it comes. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you do see it. What he says here?
Well, we can't. It's too small. We can't read it.
Really? Because I actually.
It's not blown up like the other one.
Can you see the scene? Can you see the scene?
Yeah, he's standing in front of the sofa with the pink pillows on it.
Really? Hold on. It's interesting. Let me see something. Because I actually have it as wide as. Okay, you're seeing the small one. Okay, give me a second here. It might be a 10-second delay. Hold on. Let me just do this. Give me 1 second.
So on the left side, you got 3 pictures. There's 2 at the top, 1 on the bottom.
I see it. Yeah, I actually see it. So let me shouldn't be doing that. Hold on. Give me a second. Because I'm showing you don't see the other one right yet. Okay. So hold on. Let me do this. Maybe if I close this one and then go in again. The screen on this. Hold on. It's this one. Can you see it now? Did I make it bigger? Or is it still?
Nothing moved.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop sharing and I gotta do it again. You gotta see this. Okay. Hit preview. Let me try this. Well, let me see if this works. All right, and it's still doing. So now, do you see? Is it bigger now?
There you go. The discovery of America.
Okay, so yes. So then he says to him, so, he says, he told me it was in Austria, 1761. And then he says to him, the name of the painting, because he asked him, what's the name, what's it called? And he said, The Discovery of America. All right, now watch this. Okay, hold on, let me launch it first. You can actually see it. Hold on. Launch it. All right, give me 1 second. So this way you can actually see it. All right, I think I figured this out. This screen here, business. Okay. Can you see it?
It haven't came up yet.
Okay, give me a minute. You haven't seen it yet?
It still ain't came up.
Okay, give it a minute. All right, hold on. Let me look. Actually, look on YouTube to see what you're seeing. Okay, hold on. Let me share it. What? Okay, I think I gotta stop sharing the other one. Stop sharing it. All right, let me try it again. Give me 1 second. Okay, so it's not. Oh, wow. This is fascinating. So, no, it's fascinating because the first ones worked, but all of a sudden, man, it's like it's not sharing. And I'm not sharing another. Like, what's funny is, like, I had stopped screen sharing, so it should work. Because okay, so what it actually shows, so why I'm still trying to bring this up, what actually he sees is the painting. And I just wanted to show you what the painting looked like, but it's not allowing me to share. I mean, I can't make this up. It is not allowing me. Let me see something for a minute. No, it's not going to. Okay. It will not allow me to share it because I keep hitting share screen and it's, yeah, it won't let me share it. I mean, I'm trying to share. I can't, you know what? It's hilarious. Like it was allowing me to share. So, you know, but realistically, it's not letting me share it now. But what I think is so funny is that I suspect they could be messing with the technology because all of a sudden it was working perfectly and now it's no longer working. So, but you know, we're going to keep it moving. So essentially, and again, family, if you want to go watch this, you can see it on Amazon. It's season 5, episode 3 of Columbo. You know, back episode is called Identity Crisis, the name of that episode. But it actually shows you that painting, and the painting the suspect says is called The Discovery of America. And The Discovery of America, what you're going to see in that painting is you're going to see those people. Well, let's put it this way, what they refer to as the copper colored people. And it's in this man's home, and it's this painting that takes up an entire wall. And so then Columbo asks him in that particular episode, he says to him, well, he says, is that all of it? Meaning, was that the entire painting? Because it takes up the entire wall of the man's home, that one side of his wall. And he goes, nearly. So in other words, that was just part of it. You know, it was this giant matte painting. And so probably the rest of that painting is probably either somewhere in a museum or in someone's, you know, private collection. And you know whose private collection it's in. So, you know, it's just, but you can't, the reason why I wanted to share that was so important, but you know, you get the gist of it is that when you said Columbo, you know, he sent over Christopher Columbus as the investigator. And then that's what that series Columbo was about. You know, we never figured because we thought it was just a TV show about a detective. But when you see that scene, family, you know, tribe, you get it that no, there's a lot more going on. And see, this is what they've been doing, you know, for decades is that they've been telling the story, but they've been doing it, you know, through, you know, the cinema. They've been doing it through their TV shows. And so many various, you know, they use so many various methods, you know, because there's rules in this mess. But that's how they've been doing it. And they, I mean, no one's going to be able to be paying attention to a detective show. But, you know, I'm one of these people. I'm all about the details. And
so watch the knocks off Columbo. Okay. So Columbo is the investigator. He's Christopher Columbus. Right. Mm-hmm. Columbo Colon was his name.
Yep.
Okay, so the guy that plays the part of Christopher Columbus, his name is Peter Falk, right? Mm-hmm. Peter is father in Greek. Father is in reference as Peter to the rock on which this house was built, right? So now it's telling you what's the keystone, the rock. Peter. Falk means falcon. The falcon is a chief. So it's telling the chief that this is the keystone in which the structure was built. We're talking about the U.S. government. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, Peter Falk means falcon. They put out a movie called The Maltese Falcon. Remember that? Yep. All black and white. In the Maltese Falcon, they was trying to get the Falcon because the Falcon had a secret code in it, right? Mm-hmm. And the Maltese Falcon is also one of the first movies that the CIA put codes in. Right? So now that take us to the CIA off of the Falcon flip. So the CIA is in the wind talking channel. Central Intelligence. That's the intelligence at the center. Right? So the Central Intelligence, they got a motto. Real bad boys move in silence, right? And Puffy said, bad boys come out and play. And he was mimicking the movie The Warriors, where they shot Osiris in the movie The Warriors, and the guy that shot him blamed the gang called the Warriors for it, but the Warriors didn't do the shooting, misdirection. Right? So when the people was chasing the Warriors, they sang a song saying Warriors come out and play. Because they was calling the gang the Warriors out to fight. So the Warriors came out to fight. Right? Now, Puffy on the song, I think it's with GINDJAB, at the beginning of the song, he's tapping the Coke bottles together saying, bad boys, come out and play. Just like in the movie. Right? So what he's telling me is, just like in the movie, they tried to pin the murder on somebody that didn't do the murder. Right? Which takes me back to the messages I got from Tupac, who did the murder. It wasn't a murder, it was an extraction. But Tupac said about the shooting at Quiet Studios is, during all my riding, I never thought that somebody that looked like me would be the one to shoot me. So now he's describing the people, right?
Right.
And he said in the song, they say it's the white man I should fear, but it's my own kind doing all the killing here. I can't lie, ain't no love for the other side, right?
Right. So
the message is coming from the chain connection between the items that sends the message through the subconscious mind to be put together like a puzzle. That's called wind talking. Now, the Maltese Falcon was followed up by a spy movie called The Falcon and the Rainbow.
Yes, I remember that one.
Some 30-something years later.
Yep, I recall.
Right? And it was another movie about the CIA and the secret agents. And right around that time, not too long after, there was another movie called Serpent in the Rainbow.
I recall that as well.
In Serpent in the Rainbow, the guy had to go find out how the Haitians was turning people into zombies. So he went down to Haiti. Right? So when he came back with a white powder that they was able to use to get derivatives from pufferfish to make a motherfucking anesthetic to knock you out during surgery. Right?
Yes, I do know that.
Okay, now we following the serpent. Because this went from a falcon in the rainbow to a serpent in the rainbow. Yep. So the serpent in the rainbow taking and you know what, Dan, there's certain stuff I'm restricted from doing. You asked about the YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put my YouTube channel in here. If you look this up on YouTube, But I only got like 4 videos on there because I haven't really been doing YouTube yet. Because I've been trying to give these people the opportunity to come and do what they're supposed to do. And they got me sitting on standby. I ain't got no problem with being on standby. I've been on standby my whole life. I'm just tired of hearing these motherfuckers talking about they conscious and they aware and they know what's going on, but they can't fix the goddamn problem. I'm telling these motherfuckers, if they get off their goddamn hands and do their part, this shit is easy. All you got to do is take 3 steps and use your power. The whole world gonna stop. It's already written. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Diane, it's right there. Morpheus Megas at YouTube. Yeah. Right now, I'm trying to get off all social media. I'm trying to get into a more practical reality of putting these sisters together. So once they got to meet, right? There's a group of sisters that I communicate with on social media that are very powerful sisters across the country in different locations. And they all got a role to play in the rebuild structure. And in the structure for the rebuild, when they all do their part, it worked like, it's like putting the dream team together. Every one of them loving, beautiful, kind-hearted women that want to see this shit stop. That's sincere, and they doing their part. You know, like Portia helped me do my research, and if I need her to look something up, she's my personal research assistant. And Aisha, she in California, but she has to run the Department of Education or the Rites of Passage programs, because we're going to get out of the Western concept of 4 walls, trap your mind, slow your child's brain down education, and we're going to get back into the God mind training, where we try to speed the brain up to grasp information faster. You're teaching them with the wrong structure. So a baby is born with no knowledge. And when we start teaching them, you're supposed to teach them building blocks, colors, shapes,